Iran's foreign minister is back in Vienna negotiating a nuclear deal with Secretary of State John Kerry. Mohammad Zarif says this morning that he believes he can reach a final agreement. That's a big deal. The families of Americans held or missing in Iran have also brought a personal plea to the Austrian capital. Margaret Brennan shows us the appeal for their loved ones' freedom. She is in Vienna. Margaret, big news this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, no one has more of a personal stake in these negotiations than the family of those imprisoned Americans. And with the U.S. and Iran talking for the first time in more than 30 years, they believe this is the best chance to bring their loved ones home.
It's never enough for our family until he's home.
For Sarah Hekmati, a breakthrough with Iran isn't a landmark nuclear accord. It's getting her 31-year-old brother out of one of the country's most notorious prisons. Amir Hekmati, a former U.S. Marine, was arrested in 2011, convicted of espionage and sentenced to 10 years in prison. The family hasn't seen him for nearly 4 years and want him home with his cancer-stricken father. Hekmati is in Vienna to lobby for Amir's release. She wants his case to be a priority for the negotiators.
The U.S. has a moral obligation for my brother. He served this country. I really just implore that they understand our situation and continue to push, and it's not just raising it on the sidelines anymore. It's asking what it's going to take to bring him home.
But State Department spokeswoman Marie Harf said linking Hekmati's case to the talks could backfire.
We don't want the fate of these Americans, whether they can return home, to be tied to nuclear negotiations that may not end up being successful. We want these Americans home with their families, whether we get a nuclear agreement or not.
Ali Rezaian fears his brother has become a pawn to gain leverage at the negotiating table. The trial of 39-year-old Washington Post reporter Jason Rezaian is on hold until after the deal is likely to be finished. Rezaian, also charged with espionage, has spent 11 months in the same prison holding Hekmati.
It's just completely inhumane.
His brother Ali has had little luck getting the attention of diplomats in Vienna.
You know, the Iranians don't talk to me. We've tried to have meetings, and they just won't talk with me at all. Quite frankly, I haven't spoken with anybody from the U.S. government.
American diplomats tell me that Secretary Kerry met privately with Iran's foreign minister and raised Jason's case along with that of these other prisoners. Another U.S. diplomat personally delivered a letter from the Hekmati family. But Gail, so far, there is very little progress.
All right, Margaret Brennan, thank you.